Hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Okay, as you can see up in this top right hand corner, I am starting to run low on units. I had 5,000 saved up, and I have spent those this weekend on the Cyber Weekend deals. So it's time to start saving up again for next month's gifting event. So for those greater gifting crystals, and for all the way and looking down the road for the 4th of July sales event. So never underestimate the time it takes to save a ton of units if you don't grind a lot. So if you follow my channel, you might remember about a couple months ago, I took my suicides off. So what I want to do is today, since it's time to start doing arena again, is put those back on because it saves a ton of time, gives you more points, just makes it a lot more easy and enjoyable, really, which any little wins when it comes to arena is a massive thing, really, because I'm not a big arena person. So what I want to do is, another reason why I decided to do this is I've only recently I've taken up a couple of Mystic champions that really benefit. I'm just taking Diablo up to rank 2, and I've also taken up Dragon Man to rank 2. So I just want to, and see what they're, try to get the best out of those, I should say. And to do that, like Diablo, I've chosen to run Mystic Dispersion and Suicides at the same time. So the one thing that's kind of had to take a hit, and when you see my Masteries, you'll understand, is this section right here is going to take the biggest hit, because I love running Despair. I think that's quite handy. I love running Deep Wounds, and I always have one in Assassin. But now with running Mystic Dispersion and Suicides, this is going to have to go. So get my trusty little notebook here, and I'll run through what needs to change. So proficiencies, the way I try to do this is I try to have this cost me the least amount of units possible, which hopefully you guys are going to be doing the same. But if you run Mystic Dispersion all the time, which I try to do at least 4, this proficiencies can stay exactly the same as it is. I mean, you can make changes to this if you like, but I like running 5 out of 5 in Limber, and I like running 3 out of 3 in Stupefy. It just helps out with stuns. It gives you that little bit extra time. There's so many champions now where you need to stun. And I just run 1 dexterity. That's always fine for me. So, like I said, proficiencies, I can keep this at these 16 individual masteries, and that works absolutely fine, no matter if you're running suicides or not. Same for defense, exactly the same. These can stay the same, suicides or no suicides. So, I mean, I really like running willpower 3 out of 3, but you probably could get away with running, 1 out of 3 of willpower, maybe no willpower at all. But I find it quite helpful running full willpower. So, again, these can stay the same regardless, with or without. It's this one that will change. So what I want to show you is I've got 1,563 units now. I'm going to recover all of these, and then I'm going to put them back, and then what I'll do is we'll see the different unit cost and which ones I've gotten them in. So what I'll do first is recover all of these. So 25 points to recover. So again, we're going to put 25 right back into these again. So you don't have to worry about taking out the recovering the defensive and proficiency trees. Like I said a minute ago, you can just put these straight back in. So we want 1 in strength, 1 in greater strength. So again, I think this was exactly the same as it was previously, this section. We'll have 1 in pierce, 1 in courage, we only want 1 in lesser precision. Now you can put 4 or 5 in precision. I always just put 4, and I find 4 is good enough. And you want 5 in cruelty. We got to open this one up first. Lesser cruelty can just be 1. And we want 5 in this one. Okay, that's that bit done. You don't need to worry about this bottom part. Okay, now this is when you would decide whether you're going to run Deep Wounds, Assassin, Spare, all that sort of stuff. But we are not going to bother with those. We are going to run, again, this one you can also change this. I prefer to run full glass cannon. If you're going to, don't use half-assing it, you might as well go completely all out. You can just run 1 in glass cannon and put a couple more in something else. You can put a couple in Despair or whatever, but I find, I might as well just run full glass cannon. You only need 1 in recoil. Go ahead and max out Liquid Courage. And last but not least, we should have 3 left, which we do. And we will put those in double edge. So that was done. So we had 1563. Now we've got 1505. That is 58 units that's cost me to sort those out, which that is not bad at all. So it makes it quite beneficial if you can keep these two the same. And like I said, all you're changing, is this. So, it's up to you whether you want to run these Masteries or not. Like I said, I prefer to run it if I'm going to be doing a lot of arena. You just need to keep an eye on what champions that you want to use. If you're using Corvus, Warlock, Clairvoyant, any robot champion, a lot of mostly cosmic champions are, immune to poison. So, if you're going to be running a lot of skilled champions, maybe this might not be the best. But some of those can shrug off the debuff. So just keep an eye on what champions you want to use, and make sure that if you want to, the champs that you use, if they will really benefit from this, or I should say, if they won't take any of the detrimental effects, like the bleed and the poison, and you don't have to use special 1 a lot, because that seems to be the big killer, at least with me. The bleed and the poison, even on non-bleeding poison immune champs, doesn't seem as bad as the damn recoil if you've got to do a special 1, like spam special 1 if you're using someone like Void. In my opinion, is one of the absolute worst champions you can use with Suicide Masteries. I do use them still occasionally when I've got them on, but you're only going to get a couple fights out of them, especially if it's a long fight, in one of the new, like say you want to take them into like 7.3 or something like that, and you had a special path for them, then you might want to think about, taking those off maybe for that path, especially, if he's going to be an outstanding champion for that, whatever you want to do. Or just like for me, I've just ranked up. I wanted to take up Professor X to rank 3. And, he's best off without suicides on. So I wanted to try him out without suicides on. So I took them off, and I've been playing around with him a little bit. Same with Dr. Doom, been using him a bit more lately. But like I said, it's back to the grind. So it is back to these on, putting these back on again. So anyway, guys, if you've learned anything from this, or if you've got anything to add, make sure you put it in the comments below, and hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future stuff I'm putting out, and just have a great day. Take care, guys.